Okay, folks, hello. Welcome. It's an honor to be here before you, streaming live on the internet to talk about something that I'm learning more about every day and becoming more excited about every day, and conveniently becoming a little bit richer every day. So I'm happy to talk about it. I am here on the line with someone who is on my Forsage team. Mark is here. You want to say hello?
Hello.
How's it going, Mark?
What's happening, Zach? What a crazy day today was.
Yes, it was. You mean for the stock market and all the stuff going on?
Absolutely insane. Really interesting. And fascinating that with all of the volatility out there, look at little Tron hanging in there and going up 25%, I think, just by the...
I think at one point, did I right? I think at one point today, Tron was at 40%. Let's look. Let's look what it's up right now. I think it was cooling off a bit from the high, but it is on a tear that is unmatched by pretty much anything in either the stock or the crypto world. So, let's see here. Kind of little...
It's a fascinating little coin. I love the idea, especially once you start dealing with just having to transfer a few Ethereum around these days when the market's hot. The whole gas price is just something else.
Gas prices are pretty outrageous, yeah. And I mean, I don't know what they are actually right now. I could check, but last time that I checked, having a little bit of trouble logging in a trading view here. But let's see if we can get this to work. I could just look up TRX.
It's good to see that younger people have the same issues as us boomers.
Yeah, well, computers don't discriminate when it comes to making folks feel silly sometimes. So
no doubt about it.
That's how it goes. So the price of Tron is, it looks like it's just under 4 cents now, but I believe just a few days ago it was at 7 days. Well, 7-day low was 0.2, so it's almost doubled, 0.23 to 0.38 as of the time of recording here. Earlier today, I know it was very close to 0.05. So there is...
Yeah, it's the only, up until a few hours ago, was the only altcoin, at least in my portfolio. I really wasn't looking at the whole market that was pumping.
Yeah, today was unfortunately not a particularly green day for either the stock market or for cryptocurrencies. We did see some corrective action. I think you could categorize it as some pullbacks. I think we're going to have to see what happens with the stock market. We're going to have to see what happens with how the cryptocurrency market responds to the stock market, because I think it's not always so cut and dry as some folks might assume. But
there's so many variables going around today. Well, Zach, as an old school investor myself, it was just very good today to see the stock market, at least, that the fundamentals can actually drive a market and not complete momentum that's been going on. And to be honest with you, well, on the plus side, Forsage is a little more affordable at the moment because of Ethereum.
That's right. It is a great time. It's always a great time to join Forsage, but today is a particularly cheap time to join Forsage in comparison to what the price has been the past couple weeks. That's absolutely right.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And we know, what will happen with Bitcoin over the long, long haul, and in the crypto market in general. It makes sense to me. And the stock market, and I talk to a lot of my friends who are of age and of a certain age, and we're baffled. We're baffled by the momentum versus fundamentals, and then we've never seen a momentum happen. And I don't know. I always picture the swarm, and it's never been anything like this since Robinhood and this disaster that struck the country. And so, been fun. It's been a fun ride, but tomorrow's job report may just sink that whole side of things. And I think people are going to want to seek refuge. Plus the bailout. If the bailout happens, that's going to drive the dollar down even further. It's a great time to be in coins.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a lot of really good opportunity right now. We are seeing some coins, taking some corrective action on a day-by-day basis. It can seem pretty extreme, but taking a longer view, I think these are relatively healthy, natural pullbacks. It's what my impression seems to be. Folks who are a lot more adept at technical analysis than me seem to have that opinion too. I mean, we still have Ethereum sitting around just right now around 386. Considering we were at 214 just a year ago, we've quite nearly doubled. I mean, a few days ago we were over double that. So pretty insane action. We have Bitcoin taking a breather from its pretty crazy bullish action these last couple months. So we are seeing, I think it was more than anything a response to what happened in the stock market today, because we did see the largest drop in several months in the major indexes. And I mean, CNBC, is starting to notice too that things are going bad. And when those talking heads who have so much incentive just to say keep on buying these same mainstream assets, when they start to sweat a little bit and say, hey, maybe this thing that we've known as a bubble for quite a while might pop, we're starting to get somewhere. So I think today felt like a day where things are starting to really shift. Not in an unpredictable way necessarily, but in a way that I think a lot of folks have been expecting for a long time, because there has been this really dramatic, maybe unprecedented propping up of the market that is just totally unjustified, in my opinion, and in the opinion of lots of folks. Oh,
no doubt. I mean, in my younger days, I would have been more day trading, more on an every day, every minute look at the market. But I mean, the friends that I have, we're set it and forget it in our years now.
Yeah,
and that's the attraction to what you've got going on here.
Set it and forget it is exactly right. I mean, that's the way that this works. So why don't we, since you mentioned that, why don't we get into some set it and forget it stuff? Why don't we talk about the program that I made a video about yesterday, as I believe and has been getting more attention than I thought and more of a response than I thought it was going to get. And it's all about this platform right here, which is Forsage. So, well, look, I mean, I said a little bit about in that video what my experience with Forsage has been. You can see here, I mean, I've been doing this for, I think, less than a week now. I think since Monday. And the number of signups I've had has only been 3 people. I've only had, been able to bring 3 people on. And actually, earlier, when Ethereum was doing better, this was over $100. But I've still made, even with Ethereum being relatively low right now, I've still made $87 from just making a few phone calls and getting folks to sign up, put down their $20 deposit plus the transaction fee. But what's your experience been like? How has it been for you? Are you making any money? Like, what's happening?
Well, I'm a day after you, and I had no idea. I've participated in network marketing maybe 5 times in my entire life, and it was always a friend who would call and say, "Hey, I've got the latest drink or the latest skincare for my wife," or something like that, and we ended up with boxes and stuff, and actually some of it was pretty good stuff, but I never would recruit anybody or anything like that, and it was more to help out buddies. So I don't know that end of it all that well,
right?
But I am familiar with the crypto market. So the idea of getting paid in cryptocurrency is a wonderful thing. But what really appeals to me is just Zach, it's a good day for this because it's just what we talked about earlier: the uncertainty of markets,
right,
the craziness that's going on out there, and especially from what I knew about my friends that were involved in network marketing, it didn't end well a lot of times. The person at the top pulled the rug, as you said in your video the other day. That's stealing your expression, but the bottom line is, whether it's product, inventory, all the things that would be barrier of entry from me over the years, I just had no interest in. But so what I did was I called all five of the people over the years. I have a lot of long-time friends, and I told them about Forsage, and I'm like, you owe me now.
Right, yeah. Right.
And they're like, well, okay, what do I have to sell? What kind of marketing? I'm like, well, you really don't have to do anything. If you don't want to recruit, you can just sit it and look at it as a long-term, I hesitate to say investment because it's really a game. I'm sorry if there are people out there that are like, oh my God, this is very serious. And
no, it's fun. Serious. You're right. It has a sort of lightheartedness. I mean, well, it's a game because it's a set of rules that cannot be altered, where there's an outcome where some folks are going to reap serious benefits. But I don't know, because I don't know if the game. Not every game has to have losers, I guess. But Forsage, if it is a game, I don't think it has losers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a participation in, and it's so inexpensive to get into. That's fun. So I like it. I in my portfolio, I'm likening this to a bet on the Super Bowl coming up next year. My one football bet I make a year, or something like that. But then I started kind of the news about Tron, Forsagetron.
Tron, it is pretty cool. No, it's pretty darn cool. You can have all the benefits of Forsage as far as being decentralized, as far as being the smart contract blockchain technology that is just so revolutionary. But you can also have it without any gas fees, any transaction fees, using Tron. Now, I will say I feel like it's a little bit more of an advanced process to get to Forsage Tron, just because you have to convert that Ethereum into Tron, which is, for any of this, let me just say, like, we're not financial advisors, right? Like, this is not financial advice. We're just two people talking about the information that's available to us, and we're making ourselves available to you because we think this is an incredible opportunity, and we like talking about it, number one. And number two, if you hear what we're saying, if you think this is something that's right for you, something that fits into your, I hope this is all right, Mark, I'm going to say investment strategy, right? We'd love to have you on our team. We're putting the effort into putting out videos like this, into reaching out to folks in all sorts of ways. I know, Mark, your network includes a lot of folks with a lot of experience in networking and marketing, who have done a lot of multi-level marketing sort of things before. And I, in my experience so far, when you approach someone with multi-level marketing experience, with something like Forsage, once they really understand what it is, they are so excited about it. Because the biggest...
they're eating it up. And
right.
I'm coming from the lack of knowing about the multi-level marketing. However, I grew up in a place that there are a lot of susus going on. And for anybody who doesn't know what a susu is, it's a community that isn't usually not the majority community in an area, and the trust is very low in the government.
Right, and the banking institutions and all that stuff.
Exactly, or corrupt.
As it probably should be.
People keep it within their community, and it's a beautiful thing. And I mean, and this is something that goes back hundreds of years. This is what this reminds me of, Zach. It's pretty cool that no one can get in, especially when when we've just put $3 trillion into the economy from our Fed,
and
the Fed
it's printing more. Right, unlimited inflation delivered straight to you. Now, I mean, as I was saying with a friend of mine the other day, in my eyes, the question isn't whether I should use my U.S. dollars to invest in something or not. It's what am I going to invest in or get these U.S. dollars out of my portfolio, because the government, for the first time in my lifetime, and probably for the first time you can remember in a long time, 30, 40 years, right, is saying we're going to inflate the value of your money. We're going to devalue the money you have in your pocket on purpose more than we ever have before. And when someone says something like that, I think you have to believe them. And so, I mean, it might not sound like a lot of these numbers they throw around, 2%, more than 2%. But, that money is going to lose value from the inflation. It's also going to lose value compared to other currencies around the world because it's being purposefully devalued. Our status, the American dollar status as reserve currency, I believe, is put more in jeopardy than it has been in a very long time. And, I mean, for various reasons, I think the world is looking at the United States and wondering if that's really what they want the reserve currency to be. So, it seems to me that the fundamentals are lining up, the stars are lining up, as some would say, for something like cryptocurrency, for blockchain technology to become totally mainstream, purely because it works better and it's more useful and it helps people. And it's decentralized. Now, there's a lot of money put into the idea that decentralization is bad for you, right? There's a lot of money in advertising and marketing and propaganda research put into the idea that these banks actually know what's best for us, that this government actually knows what's best for us. Now, I think anyone who's lived through what happened in 2008 knows viscerally from experience that that's a lie, that you cannot trust these institutions that have unbelievable power.
I know too many people that lost everything in '08 and never bounced back.
Yeah.
When I mean everything, is these aren't professional investors. These, just all their savings, and are still working to this day where they would have been retired.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So I believe that it's not just the U.S. that everybody around the world. I mean, the beautiful thing is that companies that are using blockchain for virtual firewalls, for the tech. I know that when people start talking about the actual applications for use of these coins, yes, it doesn't match the growth charts. But I'll tell you, some of it is really neat, and it's really cool to be able to believe in a coin and go for it. Especially in this day and age.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and let's just talk a little bit about what it actually takes to sign up, because I know that I've gotten a lot of questions about this from folks as I've been going through. This can be a potentially intimidating process in the beginning, but I think when you break it down and you walk folks through it, it's really not that complicated.
It wasn't bad at all. My only experience with crypto wallets was sending and receiving. I've never used one to jump on a platform like Forsage.
Right.
It was pretty simple. Forsage only uses Ethereum, and then you can convert within the platform.
That's right. Right. Why don't you take a moment and just walk through step by step how this works for folks. So let's say you get on your computer, you go to google.com. Whoops. Went to goosh.com. Go to google.com, and you're sitting at your computer, ready to go, and you want to join Forsage. Okay. The first thing that you're going to have to do on your Google Chrome browser, you're going to have to use Google Chrome for this. I believe it works with Firefox as well, but I've only done it with Google Chrome. You go to metamask.io, and then you're going to download this crypto wallet that's called MetaMask, which is 100% secure, which is a wallet that is an extension on your browser. So it's going to work for Forsage. You need it to use Forsage. Actually, technically, you don't. There is a much more complicated way to use a different service and get into the Forsage matrix.
Which, by the way, I use a Coinbase wallet.
For your phone, yes. I should say if you do this
I did the ridiculously complicated one.
Well, it's a little bit more complicated if you use it on your. You did it on your phone, right?
I did it on my phone on a Coinbase.
If you do it on your smartphone, you can use Coinbase. You have a little more choice. It's a little more complicated. But if you use, I really recommend, if you want to get involved, you want to start making passive income from Forsage, the quickest way to get there is just to download this MetaMask wallet. And what you want to do is just click download now. And I already have it, so I can't show you what that process looks like without uninstalling it. And since I have some money in there, I don't want to do that. But you just go through the prompts and download this extension onto your Google Chrome. It's really straightforward. And then you're going to have this little fox, right? And then once you have that, you just click on this little fox. Okay? And you're going to click buy. All right? You're going to click on buy. And once you click buy, you're going to go down here to wire. And you're going to actually continue to wire, and you're going to be able to use a debit card to buy ETH, which is Ethereum. That's the signal for Ethereum. So you get your Ethereum, and you're going to want to download around buy/download, probably around 0.1 to 0.2 Ethereum at least, which is going to cost you between roughly $40 to $80, somewhere in there is a reasonable estimate. Now, there's going to be a lot of variables surrounding exactly how much Ethereum you will need if you want to do Forsage. But let's talk about Forsage, and then we're going to talk about Forsagetron, which has that awesome added advantage of not having to pay any gas fees, because Tron does not have gas fees or transaction fees, which are there for Ethereum. Now, I mean, there are benefits to both, right? And this is something I know I'm happy to talk about. Mark, I'm assuming you're happy to talk about with anyone who wants to get involved, which one of these might work best for them and their needs. But, I mean, Ethereum has benefits in that it is used across more platforms, and it is instantly more usable in certain ways more than Tron is. Tron is more specific to certain uses. But you are going to spend more money going the Ethereum route, I think, overall. Now, you're going to make more money, almost guaranteed, with Ethereum than Tron, assuming that there isn't some kind of crazy price action with you. Now, they're both going up in the medium and long term. But anyway, download MetaMask. We're getting a little bit off the chair here. So just download MetaMask, get that Ethereum in your wallet, and then you're going to want to go to the Forsage homepage, which the page that I was at before. Let me bring that back up. So after you have that mask, and I'm using incognito here, but so I can show you what the homepage looks like to someone who hasn't signed up. But you're going to have the Fox over here. You're going to have your Ethereum showing up in there, and you're ready to go. You just want to click on registration. Okay. And then you're going to have an upline in here. Now, if you click the link that's in my profile and should be attached to this video as well eventually, it will automatically fill this in for you. But you're going to want to make sure in any case, if you want to join our team, that your upline is going to be 919876. Okay, and then what you're going to do is just click to register. It will ask you. You see, I'm using this browser, so it's a little bit different for me. But once you have the Fox there with the Ethereum in your wallet, it's going to ask you to confirm the purchase. And then you confirm the purchase of 0.05 Ethereum is what it takes to sign up. Now, as we were talking about before, there will be a transaction fee with Forsage Classic, I guess we could call it, the signature of Forsage Tron. But just Forsage will be a transaction fee. But once you click accept, you have enough Ethereum in your wallet, and then you're signed in, and that is all that you have to do, okay? And then once you're signed in, you're going to get to a page that looks like this. It's going to look just like this, okay? It's going to look a little bit different because I have been at this for a little bit. But when you sign up, you're going to have both this slot, the 0.025 X4 slot, and the 0.025 X3 slot are going to be filled for you. That's actually what you're buying when you sign up for Forsage. And I would recommend that if you have the means and you're willing to put a little bit more in to take a lot more out, that right away when you sign up, you consider getting maybe a few more levels, leveling up right away. We're hoping to scale this project, and so far are on track to scale this project to have those slots filled for everyone as quickly as possible. So if you really want the most out of this program, you're going to have to put in a little bit more, but you don't have to. And that's what I want to be super clear. Like, you can use Forsage how it works best for you. Like, look here, for example, this little icon here means that there was actually a payment. I think this might have been you, Mark, actually, down the line for me that I did not get to take advantage of because I had not put this in. So you don't have to put it in. I didn't put it in. I also didn't get that payment, though. So more risk does equal more reward in Forsage. But you could sit and do nothing for years, and you're going to gobble up, if you're on an active team that's getting lots of recruits, you're going to gobble up all these dots. You see, I've already filled a cycle here. I've already got 3 people. So, and I want to say from the beginning, folks, like, I know that this can be a little bit overwhelming. I know that when you first see all these boxes and all the options and the X3 and the X4 and what the hell does it all mean, it really doesn't matter what it all means. What matters is you sign up for this program, and then you can recruit people, right? You can get people to sign up just like you, invest in this program, have it forever, have it till the end of time because of that blockchain technology. And this is going to fill up for you when you recruit people, but you could do absolutely nothing. You could do absolutely nothing, and this is going to fill right up. So you can see here that I think this might be you, Mark. I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter. You see, this is someone who signed up with me and filled up my X4 slot. And then there...
I think your video going out may have stalled. I'm looking at your registration page.
Oh, no. Let me check on that. Thank you for letting me know.
No problem. Once again...
Oh, yeah. Oh, whoops. My apologies.
I know what I'm doing.
You're right. You're right. This is our first live stream, folks, so thanks for bearing with us. So you can see here, this is an example... this person did not have to do anything. This person just signed up for Forsage, and they have already filled up one of these dots on their matrix, and they are well on their way to filling up all the rest given the passage of time. Now, is this... I'm not sure exactly who this is, but I know this is someone who's been on less than I have been, which is just, a few days now. And they are already getting paid for doing nothing. So you can see how we talk about it, if you want to get active, you want to do this as a job, you want to call up folks, you want to market and put yourself out there, you can fill up all these dots. You can be making an income, basically, off of this if you put the work in. Or you can just sit back, relax, do nothing, and it will be slower. I mean, I don't want to lie to you, say you're going to get rich if you do absolutely nothing. You might not get rich from this, but you're going to get passive income from being passive, from doing nothing. And that's exactly what happened here with this person on our team. So
I ended up getting 2 spillovers for not recruiting anybody yet.
Great. That's amazing. That's amazing. So, I mean, it really is just so cool that you can just sign up for this. Just spend the relatively small little bit of Ethereum, and you're going to be ready to go making money for yourself and your family and all sorts of folks. And I will say, something else that's really important is the 926,000 number. So we're so close to a million, folks. I mean, we're so close. Right now, we're in a relative cooling off period. I think we're not hitting folks at the same rate as the highest was. And my understanding is when Forsage was really getting going, but I think we're doing pretty well still. Again, at least around 1,000 folks a day, and we are going to just keep killing it, keep smashing it, and smash that like button and subscribe, please, especially as a new YouTube channel. I'd really appreciate it. On that note, but we're going to keep going, and we're going to get to 1 million, and that's going to be a lot of press, I think. That's going to be a lot of good attention, right, in any case. 1 million people making passive income through the use of blockchain smart contracts that cannot be altered, cannot be changed, are going to make income for those people until the internet goes away, basically. So that's the deal. Maybe we can spend some time another day really going into exactly how everything works in detail. Maybe just quickly going through the instruction page, show you where you can read more on that if you'd like. But it's really not that complicated, folks. You sign up for this. You can recruit people if you'd like to. You don't have to. And you are in a position to make passive income, whether you recruit people or not. But let's look at the instructions and maybe just go into the details a little bit more. But what's your impression with the program? Was it overwhelming for you at first, Mark?
Well, I was lucky because I'm used to crypto wallets and such. But yeah, pretty easy. I think that if somebody wasn't or does not own Ethereum right now, they definitely want to go through MegaFox because that's just a beautiful thing. That
the MetaMask.
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 It's funny. I think of it as the Fox program. That's where I see it all over the place. I did not go through that. But that looked amazing. I had about 8 more steps than what I saw you just do. And the idea that you can just boom debit right there. And that's important because when you're moving things around from wallet to wallet, especially on an Ethereum platform, you have to keep swapping it around. This looked pretty easy.
So, this is the Forsage X4 program, and it's a little bit complicated, but at the end of the day, the important thing to remember is this program is built such that, especially if you're on a team that's recruiting folks, that's putting the time into getting folks involved, that's taking the time to explain this to folks, because this is foreign. It's not necessarily complicated, but it's foreign. It's weird to think about making money this way. There are a lot of folks who I know see this and they have painful memories of pyramid schemes or something like that. A pyramid scheme, the thing that makes a pyramid scheme, I think this is important to just address for a second, is that there's deception, right? That at the end of the day, everything is flowing to the top of the pyramid. And the rules are not transparent. The rules are manipulated by someone at the top of that pyramid. Forsage does have money flowing from users to other users, okay? And you can receive income from folks who you recruit who are going to be downline from you. However, the similarities between a pyramid scheme and Forsage end right there, because Forsage is a 100% transparent mathematical formula that redistributes all of the Ethereum that is put into it without holding on to any of it, and by rules that can never be changed. And these rules allow you, the Forsage X4 program allows you to receive income just for signing up, just for taking the, at most, 45 minutes, say, to download the MetaMask wallet, to put some Ethereum in that wallet, and then to take the 2 minutes it takes to actually invest into the Forsage program. That is all you have to do. And then you're set because of this right here: overflows, overtaking, and returns. So once again, you are free to go to Forsage, read about how exactly this works. But what you need to know is that because you can get overflows from a superior, you can get overflows from a downstream, you can get overtaking, right? You can have extra profit. There's all sorts of mathematically guaranteed ways to make passive income just for signing up. Once again, if you recruit folks, if you get involved with an active team, your chance of making money does go up. You will most likely make more money, but you do not have to. You do not have to do anything to make money with Forsage. And personally, I think that is why this is so exciting. So that's the nitty-gritty details, folks. You know how to reach. You can reach me through YouTube. I have more information on how you can reach me on my YouTube profile. Please go check that out. Please like and subscribe, especially as a new YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. But that is really all there is to it. I'm willing to walk anyone through this process to answer their questions, totally making myself available. The thing I love about blockchain is how transparent it is, how transparent it allows our world and our society to be, how it allows us to agree on consensus. And so in that spirit, I really want to make myself available to anyone who I can help on their journey through this. And Mark, I imagine you feel the same way.
No doubt. Good stuff.
Absolutely. So let's just take a few more moments just to show you a few other options that we do have available that we're working on right now on our team, because, Forsage is a wonderful smart contract. It's not the only smart contract out there. You do yourself a great service by understanding how all of the smart contracts work generally, and then being able to choose the one that's right for you based off the information you have that can empower you. So let's just briefly go through Forsagetron. Okay, this is very exciting. Do you want to maybe explain the difference between Tron and Ethereum? The most important difference. We sort of already gave it away, but why don't you take this, Mark? Just talk a little bit about Forsagetron versus Forsage.
Yeah, absolutely. Basically, the bottom line is any program that you develop on Ethereum, you can then transport over to Tron. Why would you do that? Well, to operate in Ethereum, the gas fees are becoming ridiculous.
They tripled, I believe. At one point, they had tripled from a few weeks ago. So we're talking, like, when someone would sign up for Forsage, it's still worth it, but you ended up paying more in gas fees than just signing up in general, which is not optimal.
Not at all. Not at all. And for two reasons. Don't forget that this is happening to every programmer out there in the blockchain world. So Tron, that's why Tron is picking up right now.
Right.
It's an actual useful product, but it's very similar to Ethereum.
And check this out, folks. This is why Forsagetron excites me. I just signed up. You say I don't even have any of the slots filled yet, but I'm so excited about this because this has 45,000 participants, which is a lot less than Forsage. Has almost 1 million, over 900,000, but almost 1,000 people today, just in the last 24 hours, have signed up for Forsagetron. So if the idea of exchanging Ethereum to Tron is not something that intimidates you, perhaps you're familiar with cryptocurrency already and you just want to get involved with smart contracts or something like that, Forsagetron is the way to go. I will say it's very similar to how you sign up for Forsage, except instead of the MetaMask wallet, you're going to want to get a TronLink wallet if you're using Chrome. If you are using your phone, you can use the Tron wallet app in the iOS or Android store, and you can actually convert Ethereum into Tron in that wallet app, and then you can sign up for Forsage. You can sign up for Forsagetron in that app too. So that's also a really easy process. You know what we should do, Mark, in one of our live streams is we should find someone who wants to sign up. We should actually walk them through it live and show folks just how easy it is step by step to get this done. I think that might be where we head next.
Absolutely.
Great. So another great program, very similar to Forsagetron because it also uses Tron, is Supersage. Been using this one for a few days too. Made around $40. Tron is not worth as much as Ethereum, as I said. So right now. However, you'll notice that in Forsagetron and in Supersage, the numbers of the units of currency of the asset are a lot larger. So if Supersage and Forsagetron are around, well, they will be around because they'll be around forever. But if you're still involved with them actively, as the price of Tron rises, those returns could be incredible. And in fact, I anticipate there's a very good chance that at some point they might even pass the returns that you're able to get from something like Forsage. I don't know what's going to happen. That's just speculation. But I could see it happening given the fact that, you look at Supersage, it puts you on a track to be able to invest in a slot with 2,048,000 Tron. So you could wake up one day after you probably have to do this for a little while, but we're going to get going with this. Your team is going to be behind you, and you're going to wake up one day and have in your Tron wallet 2,048,000 for every person you sign up who purchases that slot, or 2 out of every 3 people who sign up who purchase that slot, I should say, because your third slot is used to reload. But once again, the details really, folks, are not as important as understanding that this is an opportunity that I think we've all been waiting for in one form or another, right? A lot of people think that this is too good to be true. It's not too good to be true because if you don't put anything into it, you are going to take out less from it, right? As I was saying, it is largely what you put into it, like anything else in life. I don't want to tell you you're going to get rich from this, doing nothing, but it is an opportunity to have a entry point into, really like what you were saying earlier, Mark, thinking about it like a game, an entry point into a game where you can make money just for signing up. And as time goes on and your team gets stronger, the chance of that happening goes up and up. So it looks like we don't have too many folks in the chat right now. So I think that we'll perhaps just end it there. Any finishing thoughts, Mark?
No, I'm super excited about Tron and the Forsage Tron as well.
Great.
It's let's do it.
Great. All right. Well, thank you all so much for watching. I'll have this up soon, and you can watch it not live, but the information hopefully will still be just as relevant. And like I said before, the biggest thing is we just want to get the information out there. Whether or not you decide to join our team, that's your choice. It's going to work for some people. For some people, it's not the right decision for them, and we understand that. But I think that for a lot of people, this is a fantastic way to make passive income and get involved and make yourself knowledgeable in the cryptocurrency blockchain space, which is just exploding now, going to continue to explode, and is so exciting. So thank you for your time for watching. Thank you, Mark, for joining us over the phone today. And peace and love to all. All right? Thank you.